Guys, this is why I this is why I don't do challenges, okay? Oh my god. Um wow. Wow. I'm sorry guys. That was horrible. Oh, that that was bad. Alright, we're getting on here. Oh my goodness, that was horrible, was it not? Sorry about that, guys. I don't do challenges because honestly, yes, of course you're my number one viewer. Um, that was a lot on the screen, and I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of overwhelming. Um, I cannot figure out all the buttons at once, and I did go through like the YouTube class. Oh, sorry, the top classes. Um, and maybe it's just too much to do all at once. So we will definitely not be doing another challenge. We're gonna take our one win and like go out on top until we get a little bit more comfortable. Because the whole point of this morning, hi, thank you for showing up. The whole point of this morning was to create and share with you. It's not to compete in these silly challenges. That's not what it's about. And now we know. We tried one. We get to be a winner and keep it. We will not be doing that again. For those of you guys joining in today, we started off this morning just making some space. I had some canvases that didn't like the designs on. Hi. That I have just gesso, just covered in white. I have a couple containers, random things that I can create on, and I have been asking for comments. I did see one suggestion a little bit ago before we had to switch to the new live. Again, so sorry about that. I'm only human. Lesson learned. However, if you guys are here today, please share us. Acrylic art's kind of my passion project. It's what I want to do full time, and I need your guys' help to do that. So, the one suggestion I do want to create today, let me see. We're up in my studio, which is basically just my attic space. I've got a chair over here I can sit in if I really wanted to. We got a whole bunch of notifications going off. It must be you guys showing up. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Like, you have no idea what it means to me to have you in my studio. It's Free for All Friday, which is something that I do over at Adrian's Collective. Now, it's not that you're not allowed to share what you're making at any point in time. It's just that Friday is specifically like a day to celebrate that. So basically, Adrian's Collective is my online community, a safe space that is built for inspiration, creative motivation, and support. Because I believe art changes the world, and that's just the message that I'm trying to share. I just want to see as many people as possible make things. If you are joining, and please in the comments suggest something that you'd like to see me attempt to draw, or paint, or like a color palette even. But that'll get us started today. Oh my goodness, Violet, you really are an angel. Oh my God, Violet has made 200 minutes of my life, which honestly at this point I think means she's been available for almost all of my lives. And even if you guys just show up for like 5 seconds, that counts. But oh my God, the support, like you guys don't understand. When you are sitting up in your studio creating things late at night and you're wondering if anybody's even gonna love them, and then you have a fan like that, I don't know what I would do without you, girl. Thank you so much. Guys, for those of you joining, I'm not co-hosting today, guys. Not today. I would love to help everybody out in their challenges. But we're just gonna make some fun art, okay? So Free for All Friday is something that we do over at Adrian's Collective. And that's like just my safe space on the internet to design and have fun. You can create in any way that you want. I always suggest like sketching, something small, because 5 minutes creates a habit that really does build up and change your life. So, I have these little, I believe they're 2x2 squares I had grabbed for a project um, that never quite got done. Like, I was testing out some new paints, and hi guys, and it really just wasn't, none of them really worked out quite right. They were like too thin, all that good stuff. Like all the excuses that an artist needs to be like, hey, I want to either start fresh or turn this into something new. So we're gonna shuffle. Like it's a deck of cards. We're gonna shuffle. Um, well, this is our canvas for today, or at least this next few minutes. Okay. So let's get some coffee on this first. All right. You know, the collective is about not being alone when you're creating. You know, showing up, meeting your muse, just putting in those couple of minutes. You know, I have all these challenges and courses, and basically it's just a bunch of prompts. Let's see. We're going to use people's names. We have Violet. Do I got a blue anywhere on this? Alright. Okay, got Violet, blue. I think I saw gray. Thank you guys for joining. I'm using names for colors right now. You guys can just comment some like art ideas you have if you would like. All right. So I think, yeah, green, blue. Oh, there's not a green. Gray, blue, and violet. All right. Now, I didn't even have all the color options. We're going to do it this way anyway. All right. And I love a 3-color challenge, but just to make it more fun, we're going to do all one at random. What do we got? Okay, so we got a darker blue. Guys, when you have time to create, what do you sit around and make? Like, are you painters? Are you okay, guys, this is my favorite part. No! We're just priming it. Let it out, baby. All right. But yeah, are you a painter? Are you a goof? Do you do photography? I have a photography class going on over at Adrian's Collective, and quite honestly, guys, I'm having fun with it because it's about noticing and capturing, different moments. It's not about necessarily being the best, award-winning photographer, but it is about noticing the little moments. And I think the world right now is asking us to wake up and do that, to pay a little bit more attention to the things that are making us passionate and happy, the things that light us up. So I'm literally just going to randomly color on this with these 4 colors that I picked out while I talk to you. I have set business hours that I create for. I like to say that I make soulful art. It's been a transition in how I approach my creation. But I also would like to say I make fun art. I am doing the deep soul explorations, but I'm not just sitting around and saying like life has to be miserable. I'm sitting around and saying, guys, we can take this tiny piece of whatever and make it into something beautiful. It can be fun and wonky. And oh, this is why we need the right tools. Guys, speaking of tools, if you are here, you're not a tool. You are part of the supplies, the things that feed me and help me literally survive. So when you hit that share button for small artists like me, for the creators you run across, you really are helping them build their empires. Now, my empire is just a tiny cafe with a kid and a dog to chase around in the backyard because that's really all life should be about is that magical Monday moment. That just, that's what you want to wake up for. Coffee in the garden, stuff like that. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining. I'm asking quite convoluted and long ways for you to share me with your friends. That's what A Cleaver Art is all about. I do a lot of community projects. I'm trying to do more charity projects. So if you guys know anybody in need of some artwork for a charity event or someone who can, host a paint and sip, get a hold of me. That's the kind of stuff I love to do, believe it or not. But yeah, so right now I'm using a ruler to just add in like a little border. And sometimes I feel like my art needs framed, and sometimes I don't. I know lately I have been putting that like little final edge around it. Even before it's final, sometimes I think it's part of, as you transition your art, you find your different styles. It's part of doing that thing that makes it you. And I think for me, it helps me motivate myself to like sit down and do the full artwork when it's not one of these tiny little can do quick. Because guys, sometimes art can take up your life. This painting behind me that you can't see, oh my goodness. This one, Power in Me. Look at that, guys. Look, the arm's the same. Just woo, throwing it at you. This is drying it. Okay. So far, nothing too crazy. We've just added 2 colors before. So I still need to add in this dark blue somehow and the purple. Thank you guys for showing up. We're just creating today because we can. Friday typically is all about love and goddess power. So to create is a divine gift that we all have and we should use. Let's see. I think I figured it out. When you make things, you can really make whatever you want. And it just starts by trusting that what you're making or working towards is what you need. And if it's not, you need to trust that it's something that you can change. Okay? So that's the thing about being a creator, being the main character in your own story. It's not A Cleaver art because somebody else made it. It's A Cleaver art because A Cleaver, me, made the art. So, and that's all it's got to be. Something that I made, something that was fun. But it has the chance to become other things when we invest and we grow it. So right now I'm just adding in. I know you guys are going to be really shocked when you find out how I decided to add this color in. You're going to be amazed. Are you? Are you shocked that it's a tree? Huh? What's that? I don't know. Alright, so the lighting is still kind of bad on that. I'll have to take a picture for you guys later. But, you know, to be able to sit around and create, that's a gift, guys. And when we don't feel safe or calm or peaceful, we don't create. We try to survive. We ain't doing that. Okay, guys, we're not going to sit here and try to survive. We did that for too long. How'd that work for us? So, oh, the side of this is still very wet, and that's okay. It's still going to be a little box of joy. Sure. Okay. All right. You guys have been following along with the brand calendar. Um, it's really just like a system I designed to like keep me focused creatively this year. Um, it adjusted and turned into the creative rhythm, which is our Wednesday cafe nights. We did a talk on that the other day. It's actually kind of fun, guys. I am enjoying these, even though this isn't my typical style. Hanging out with new people and sharing art is absolutely delightful for me. So if you're in here right now, please share me with your friends. We just make fun of life, make some pretty pictures. Um, all right, I think this needs a tiny bit more of this light blue. Just needs to pop a little more. So we're just gonna go. I'm just creating right now with a limited color palette. We had a light blue, a dark blue that got pulled at random, um, a violet for our #1 fan, and we just used it. Oh, and a gray. So, oh, I'm loving this. All right, so guys, I put this on here. I meant to go a little bit more blue with it, but it's blending the purple, and I'm just kind of letting it happen because this is delightful. Like this effect is like really smoky. Well, misty, I guess. I'm just gonna kind of fluff it up. Um, maybe add some marks out here. All right. So I don't know who needs a little bit of a love tree or to be reminded that they're going towards love. But look at this, guys. We just sat down, painted something kind of random. I guess it's kind of drawing. I love Posca markers for that reason. Thank you guys for joining in. I know I zoned out and I wasn't recognizing you as you were showing up. I do see you. And I need you to know that I appreciate you coming and making some art with me today. I love it when I get to create with people. Um, so far today, we have gessoed some canvases. I know. And we have created this random, well, I can't say 3-color art challenge, but we've done a mini canvas. I'm gonna be honest, guys, I really like this one. Some of these, well, let's be real, some of your art you don't always enjoy. And it's not your artwork's fault. It's not even your fault. Um, doing these TikTok doing these TikTok lives lately have kind of made me realize how you talk about your art, what you're going through when you make it, definitely shifts perspectives a lot. So when I talk about my art, I want it to be fun and encouraging. I want it to be art that changes the world. Not because it's for millions of dollars worth of art, but because it got awareness on things like, hey, your nervous system is fried. Go sit down for 5 minutes. Give yourself that break. Hey, how about Silent Rainbow? That's a great one. Let's talk about how certain communities, especially the LGBTQ, all of alphabet, how they're not getting the respect they deserve, that, we haven't felt comfortable to speak up or to be seen. Whatever, however you identify, you're no different from this canvas. Or this one. You just gotta pick the tools, the colors that you want to add to create the life that you want to build. Right now, the life that I want to build involves hanging out with you guys more frequently. So if you are joining, please, guys, hearts will get you in the fan club. I do have a crazy goal for the month of getting quite a few fans to keep going. At noon today, we will be doing art we'll be doing at the table with a Cleaver art. So you'll get to meet a couple of my paintings a little bit more personally. But if you're in here right now, please share, invite your friends to enjoy us, to take a time out and create today. That's what Free For All Fridays are about. Again, you can link in bio over at the Collective for those. I think I'm gonna put this one up on hot. I'm not sure yet. Let's see how many of these we get done this morning, and we'll go from there. If you guys have any suggestions, something you'd like to see randomly made, if you have colors you want to see me use, please toss those in the comments. Like I would love to make something for someone specific this morning. Excuse me. So one down. Hey guys, I love that all of you are popping in here at the same time. What made you guys show up today? You want to see some pretty art? Is that it? You want to see somebody make something? What's your favorite color? I know everybody's got a color. Mine's green. You know my favorite color is green? Growth. Green to me is abundance and love. Now, we all have our own different symbols. Hi guys, thank you for showing up. We all have our own different symbols and our own different color choices. Some of you guys might be more bluish. This is actually a teal versus a green, but whatever. Right now I'm just picking out a couple of colors. We're going to do another mini canvas, just because it's Free For All Friday. So guys, these hearts, right, show up in my art a lot because, well, that's my symbol. That's my reminder. And a whole bunch of little tiny hearts. Okay, I've got a couple different shades of green, which I don't got anyone hiding in here. I'm picking out greens on purpose this time. I'm doing my favorite color because I want to draw in more things that are my favorite. I know, we're cheating. We're just gonna do some magic. Alright, so I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not green and you're not green. And technically, guys, this is teal. We're counting it, though. I love this color. This is probably one of my favorites. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining in this morning. Those of you who don't know, my name is Allie. I run a Cleaver Art. I've been doing it for about forever. Officially for 5 years, though. And we have recently decided to go live on TikTok more frequently just to share more of our art, get more art awareness conversations started, um, just to share, honestly, try something new. July is Storytelling and Identity Month over at the Collective. Um, and so the focus is the stories that we tell ourselves. Hi, guys. I appreciate you showing up today. Um, if you're in here right now, I need you guys to go ahead and share. We are about to do a... Guys, I lied. I can't just do the 3 colors. I have to bring this back. This color keeps screaming my name. Okay, so we're going to do another 4-color palette. So these were just some art pieces that were supposed to be part of your projects that didn't work out. And guys, life is like that. Sometimes things don't work out. You got all these tiny pieces to make this huge, big idea, and it doesn't necessarily add up or look like what you want it to. That's why we're sitting in our room with, honestly, 30 plus artworks on the wall that got started but not necessarily finished. They weren't ready yet, or they, for whatever reason. You know, sometimes you just have to walk out of the studio, and then sometimes when you walk in, it just screams, "Hi!" Just like when you guys are showing up right now. You know, right now, we are going to start this 4-color challenge because I'll just get talking about other stuff otherwise. So the palette itself is the green one that I had left over. I kind of see like a little bit of form and shape in there that I'm going to try and use. This like kind of screams lagoon, peaceful pond. But like I said, I chose green because I want to pull in some growth, some expansion. And for me, green has just always been a peaceful color, you know. Again, symbolism is different for everybody. So if you are joining right now, please, guys, a like and a share go a very long way. If you're not already following A Cleaver Art, please do so. We do soulful art. We just do fun. We like to create. All right, so you guys saw this last time. I always start with the one, and I remember, I've got more. We have maracas, baby. Let's make a joyful noise, okay? We're just prepping, we're priming. That's what Just Wing is about. It's just making that space, but we are gonna shake it up. Maybe one more. Okay, we're gonna shake it up, have some fun. I call it waking the markers up so that they can participate with us. Okay, so I'm actually going to put these dark to light just because I don't normally work like that, but I think that'll make it more interesting for me. And we're going to just, tools. Having the right tool to measure and judge things by. I cannot make a straight line to save my life, guys. I don't know about the rest of you. I can't. That's what rulers are for. That's what canvases are for. Creators, we just kind of go impromptu, don't we? We improvise. So I am just adding green to an already green canvas, and I am intentionally doing this. I chose all the greens and a slightly blue because I can't help myself. Hi, thank you for joining, guys. But I'm just going along the edges right now with the darker color. I'm trying to give some form and shape, figure out exactly how much of the inner space I want to decorate. Hi, thank you guys for joining. If you're joining right now, Allie at A Cleaver Art, we're just doing Free For All Friday. We are just hanging out with a couple different supplies, making stuff in the studio because we can. So please add any comments for like color suggestions, any, thing you specifically would like to see made one of these sessions. And then guys, if you are available later this afternoon, well, literally right at noon, we are doing at the table with A Cleaver Art, which I'm slowly loving. That little half hour a day where we are basically checking in and learning about different artworks that I made, or projects I'm working on. And the goal is to keep that going into next month, but we need some super fans for that. So not perfect, it's just a frame. Seriously. Just locking it in, giving it some edges. But you see how that did make that dark part like kind of stand out more? I mean, it's definitely. So, hi guys, thanks for joining in. We're just making some art today because we can't. Alright, so there is this one little corner that's like kind of goofy, and like I said, I'm starting to see something here that I want to emphasize, and just in case, I'm going to use the darkest color. And I know that sounds crazy. Why would I want to add darkness? Hi guys, thank you for joining. You are my light. Thank you for showing up and lighting me up. But why would we add the darkness to this? Because we can add the light to it later. We can see where the space really is and takes up, and then we can be like, oh no, we want to put this here. And you know, you do not have to be stuck to your original vision. Things do change. Things sometimes don't look at all like we thought they would. See, all we've done is add one color, and this canvas is totally different. We're not leaving it like that. We got 3 more colors to go, baby. Thank you guys for joining. I do appreciate seeing you here. All right, just in case we need it, we're gonna leave it out. This is how my studio gets messy, though. So I'm just working on green right now. But what is your favorite color? Like, do you guys have a color that screams to you more than any other one? Do you base your clothing choices on what color you're vibing that day? Obviously, I'm gray. No, honestly, I'm not. I was just kind of like neutral because I wasn't sure what I was doing with my space this morning. I did have the A Cleaver Art hoodie on, which is also green, because why not? But green is a heart space color for me. So as we're coloring this in, well, we're not coloring it, we're designing it right now. Thank you guys for joining. But as we're adding more colors and layers to this, I'm just focusing on how this is my heart space and I want it to expand, and intentionally pouring a little bit of magic into creation. Like when we create intentionally, what people say is impossible becomes inevitable. So just something to think about, guys. Like it is inevitable if you keep showing up and doing that work. Keep adding your colors to the world. So we're on the second green. This one is actually more of a real green. And the thing I love is it's verde. So that's where the title Verdant Echoes came from. No, not Echoes. Verdant Whispers. Although I might need to change it now. That sounds good. But we're just going in now and adding in a couple of spots. I think this one's going to be a little bit more abstract. Maybe explorative is a good way. But I've been doing a lot of garden work lately. I actually started my garden late this year, which, quite to my dismay, you would think. But it did get planted. Things are in place, set for next year. You know, we don't always accomplish our goals on time. Sometimes our time is not the timing we need to be focusing on. The timing we need to be focusing on is right now, though. Right now, we are building and making a memory. We are spending time and sharing space and energy together. And I appreciate you for showing up and doing that with me. We are making something beautiful right now. So I am literally just going in, and I've already started going over some of those darker lines that I told you I wasn't sure what we were doing with. This is definitely more abstract so far. Um, but yeah, I think we found it. Um, I'll show you guys here in just 1 second what I mean about just letting things change and grow as we work on them. Because, guys, as we are working on stuff, there's that in between where, quite honestly, sometimes it looks like shit. Let's be for real. Um, if you're looking at this right now, does that scream masterpiece to you? Maybe not. Oh my, village. That is some drama to start our day. Would you like me to paint that for you? Um, so part about Ada Rima's collective that is actually a beautiful lead-in. No, you're fine, baby. Here's the thing. We're all about open, honest communication. I'm not judging you. I'm just going to use that as a reminder to, one, if you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, do it in a way you don't get caught. And two, make better life decisions. Um, not judging. Hey, I hope it was fun. But here's the thing. Ada Rima's collective is about, you're awesome too. Ada Rima's collective is about having a safe space, expressing yourself, making beautiful things, kind of rolling with it as it comes along. So as you guys are showing up today, we're really not talking about, crazy life decisions. We're talking about adding our colors, creating safe spaces, just making beauty in the world around us, taking a few minutes to create because we can. Nothing too crazy this morning. So far we've got some green on top of green on top of green. And hi guys, thank you so much for joining. Please share us. Let's see. But so this green on top of green, it doesn't necessarily look like a lot right now. It doesn't have to look like a lot if it means a lot to you. That's what symbols are about, is the secret meanings. Now, I know I've said green 700 times. Green is my heart space. I have these two colors, okay? I'm not sure. Maybe the lighting's a little bit better. Technical colors. Oh, guys, I cannot read that. Oh, we have aqua green and emerald green. I see teal and ocean blue. But I think we've learned that we don't have to accept other people's labels. And that's what July is about anyway. So I am going to take this supposedly emerald, and if it makes a gem in the middle of this artwork, awesome. And if not, we're gonna laugh about it in a couple minutes because, guys, that's the fun of just being able to make things. I was talking earlier about how we need safe spaces to create in. We need to be encouraging each other to make more, to be our authentic selves, to just show up. You don't have to show up perfectly, but you do have to be there some days. And I know that is not fun always, but we can make it more fun. Like, this used to terrify me. Hi, lovelies. The idea of having all these eyes on me. Oh no, the eyeballs. Here's the thing. This is me whether you guys are here or not. Like, I turn on the lo-fi, I try to figure out something fun to do with myself, make something out of something else. A lot of times I'll come up here, I'll pour out my emotions, I'll just let it do what it needs to do, because guys, sometimes you just need to escape. And I really believe that sobriety has been asking me not to escape, but to pay more attention. And one of the easiest, best ways to pay attention is to find something to draw. Because it's twofold. But when we are drawing, we're observing. And I think we have learned that objects, when observed, behave differently, which is awesome. Because that means that just by putting our focus and energy into something, we have the power to change it. Kind of crazy when you think about it that way, huh? Alrighty. So I've just added some of these dark lines back in because it obviously needed it. Which your art will speak to you and tell you a story. Like, if you are just paying attention in your art, in your life, it'll say, hey, add a couple of dots here, put this line back. You literally are the creator. Hey, gorgeous, right back at you, babes. Thank you for showing up. I love it. I've missed you. Get a hold of me privately. We'll hang out. So right now we're adding our colors, guys. That's what we do. But so far we've gone from abstract to, remember I said it was looking like a lagoon to me? And it's kind of giving that vibe. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please heart me. I am on a month-long goal to build up a fan base, just a tiny one. I have a personal goal, and if I hit it, I'm going to make some adjustments in my life so I can do this more. Because that's the goal, right? Make art all the time. So, we're upstairs in my studio. We're just doing some mini canvases because I didn't get our foods listed boxes. Guys, thank you. Oh, you sweet angel. Mwah. But this was the first one today, like official one. We did some gesso artwork. This one, the heart, the tree, the diamond. I had to do it at a weird angle. 4 colors. We used 4. And then this one is, I think, gonna be a lagoon for sure. I think I'm going to just take this last little bit and add some blue in. And we were thinking about how we wanted to grow an expansion and just hanging out in the garden. And, it's not always clear blue skies when we do that. There's work along the way, there's clouds, there's just days that life be life in, guys. Let's be real. And sometimes that does take us away from our dreams. And the dream is not necessarily to be the biggest, the baddest, the richest. Be nice, wouldn't it? No, the dream is to be happy. Guys, we want to be happy, right? We all want to feel like we're connected to someone, that we are doing something that matters. Guys, we can choose to do that every day. We can add in a little bit of color wherever we see fit. It's our life. And I spend my life trying to be a cheerleader, trying to remind people that they can do this. If I can sit down for 5 minutes and not scroll, even if it's, just to make a couple of blue lines, then you can too. You know, you can calm down for 5 seconds and have some fun with life. It's not gonna hurt anybody. And if it does, don't do it. Be so serious. But life is what we make out of it. And a cleaver art is what we're making today. What we're making today is somewhere we can go to have peace and expansion. And I'm just adding in some like goofy swirls. Um, that's my style. The water can't be totally calm. Obviously, a tree over here. We always have a tree. Dang you, Bob. All right, guys. I think this one might be done. I think we have. Hi, thank you guys for joining. I think we have created number 2 for this morning. So this one is actually it is. It's just a nice little place to go escape to. Sit by the water, take in some deep breaths. If I would have had some brown in my color palette, I think this like hill would have been like more of a tree or maybe even a house. Um, if I absolutely can't stand it later, I think what I'll do is go back and maybe add in like a tree or two. Um, maybe not. Maybe we'll just let this be the prophecy that it's meant to be. You guys know that paintings, these are portals. These are snapshots, memories, doorways, thresholds. It's why you have a hard time keeping your cat out of your studio. They're guardians, that's what they love to do. But these little artworks, these are just intuitive moments where tapping in, sharing with the universe that I want to create. I am meeting my muse. And I'm trying to show you guys how easy it is for you to meet yours. You know, just pick a couple colors, toss it on some paper. Literally, all you need to create is a pencil. I keep saying that. I will keep saying it. If you agree, give me them hearts. Um, this challenge has been so silly for me, quite honestly. We're gonna take a little time out so my hands can rest. I'm just gonna BS with you. Hi guys, thanks for joining. Um, this challenge has been interesting for me because I don't like selling stuff. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. You know what I do love doing though? Talking my ass off. Your girl can tell a story. And I would appreciate that. Thank you. You know what? If you would just go ahead and share this live, just tell people to come hang out with us. Like, we're just trying to garnish some attention. Like, art awareness is really what it's about. I do appreciate that. I do. Like, honestly, guys, please, like, the following, the sharing, it all does help. I always, always, always need more creatives to hang out with. Yes, yes, I appreciate that, guys. Please, please, please. Um, nothing but love for you. um, but yeah, guys, we're just giving my hands a little bit of a break. Thank you for everybody who is coming in and joining. Um, you know, A Cleaver art is a little bit of magic, a little bit of stubborn determination, a lot of fun. You know, if you go check out my link in bio, you can go to the cafe. We've got worksheets. And I say that sincerely. Like, there are worksheets that you can sit there and work through. And it's just like sitting down with me right now and talking about, you know, why you chose this art project to work on, why you fill blocks, meeting your interviews. I'm actually enjoying working through those myself. Like, I'm not putting them up there and like, no, those are actual creative journeys that I have taken, that I have shared. a lot of them are pay what you can. Then we've got the collective. Adriana's Collective is a sincere passion project that was built out of the need to have a safe space, to have somewhere that I could create and share and feel encouraged. That wasn't just in my studio, that wasn't just me by myself. It is a small but growing community, and it's actually the reason that we're here today. So, Free for All Friday is something that we do over at Adriana's Collective. Hi, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you joining. I appreciate the shares. The comments are really helping today, guys. So please, please, please. And then any of the hearts also. We do love the hearts. I would love you to be part of the fan club. It's another one of my personal goals. But the collective is why we're here today doing Free for All Friday. So Free for All Friday is something that was just kind of meant to encourage people to share more. Now, at Adriana's Collective, there is no pressure to share. There's no pressure to create. You don't even have to lurk if you don't want to. But we do like it when you give the little loves. And, you know, I have made a point of de-gamifying it. You know, we're just there to support each other because we all need a community. I don't know about you, but I feel like all of us are just looking for our community, our tribe. We're trying to shine bright, and some days we forget how. Some days we just show up in the middle of the world stage. So, I think we're gonna do one more if I can find. Oh, here they are. But since I couldn't find those guys for a second here, let me show you guys these. All right. So these are just 2-inch panels. I think is the official dimensions. 2x2 actual canvas panels. And we've been doing 4 colors. So this was the first one. We did violet, blue, gray, and like a darker blue. And then this was the greens. And we ended up kind of like with a lagoon beachy place to join. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm loving all of you guys showing up today. If you're not getting that personalized attention that you're used to, please understand that there's a lot going on in my space, and I'm trying not to overwhelm myself. So if I miss a comment, I promise I'll go back through and I will get a hold of you later. Because the point of doing this is to meet you guys and share with you and just create. So if you're joining and you haven't made anything yet today, why not? No, I know a lot of us don't wake up and say, I want to create. Hello, I love seeing other goddesses show up. That's delightful. All right, guys, we're going to do it like tarot cards. We're going to shuffle one more time. If you guys aren't following me, please do follow. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Interesting. This is the one we're working with. Okay. Now I really do like the color from this one. Like it's a little bit there. I think there's good lighting. It's like rust almost, but as you can see, there's like a very, very solid like right there. All right, so 4 colors. I need 4 colors, guys. I can give you 30 seconds to pop them in my comments. If you're just joining, Allie at A Cleaver Art, we are upstairs in my studio this morning for about another hour, maybe. We're doing 2x2 canvases. Well, orange. All right, I'm asking for colors. So orange has been called, let's see. Oh, I like that orange. That's going to be fun. Anybody else? Well, nobody else said a color. Your 30 seconds is up, guys. Of course it's for the Browns. Hey, as a girl from Cleveland, dude, I get it. I've been saying for years, I just want somebody to love me like they love their freaking Browns. Can you imagine messing up every week and somebody being like, no, babe, you're still going to the Super Bowl. I love you. You got this. That's what we need. We need cheerleaders. We also need colors, and I'll go with you. I'll go with you on the orange and brown. All right, so we've got the orange and the brown. I'm gonna go pink. I'm gonna just completely slash that orange and brown. And then, guys, I think I went pink because I was digging through here and it caught my eye. I have a love for all colors equally, unless it's green because then it's my favorite. But yeah, us Northeast Ohioans, we deal with a lot of ups and downs. You know, oh, some sunshine. So we've been doing 3-color challenge this morning, and I've been grabbing a 4th. Just because I think it always it adds that extra flair. I know people add the white and the black in, and sometimes I will use that for shade variations. But for these quick little paintings this morning, I thought this would just be like a fun, intuitive activity. So we have gathered. Thank you for the suggestion, by the way, Adam. We appreciate you showing up. So we have this canvas right here. Not 100% sure what direction we're going to work on it yet, but we'll figure that out. And then these are the colors that we ended up with. So we've got an orange, a brown, go Cleveland, and then a pink and a yellow. The pink screamed my name, and the yellow was just chosen at random while I was talking to you guys. So we're just gonna have some fun, and we're just gonna make something. But I want to talk to you guys about something kind of silly. All right, I see you. So, hi, thank you for joining. I used to be terrified of being visible. And I need you to understand that it wasn't because I didn't like me. It wasn't because I wasn't awesome. It wasn't because anything other than I didn't want people to judge me. Yes, yellow to brighten my day because you're my sunshine. Oh, goodness. It's always nice when friends show up and hang out with you guys, isn't it? If you guys would like to add some of sunshine to my day, please do some likes and some shares. We live in a world where that actually does help creators get known, and right now we're just kind of hanging out, making some art together. Now, so I thought this was rust, and maybe it's the lighting, but this brown is actually almost this exact color. So I think this is the. I'm already excited about this artwork, guys. Already, you see that? When we share our moments with others, they become bigger. And that's what I tell people. Go get a cheerleader. Have one good friend. You need somebody out there that's gonna hold you accountable, gonna make you question yourself, not because they're checking you. Okay, I need you to understand. There's levels of friendship, and you know what I'm talking about, don't you? There's levels of support. There's levels of commitment. Guys, nothing has to be all or nothing unless you want it to be. I am all or nothing about making art. I know that. It lights me up. It gives me something to do that is productive, constructive, but also calm. and peaceful. All right, so I have gone along again with this and framed it. I think that is happening this morning because we want to lock these in. I think is the vibe that is happening. So you guys are probably not going to be able to see the. Oh yes, perfect lighting. All right, so do you see a mountain or a person? All I did was I took the brown and I framed it. So the lines are not very harsh. But if you look very closely right there, so it's just a little bit of like secret form. But again, I thought this was more of us color. So we're working with what we got. Now with abstract, guys. Hi, thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate you showing up today. Hearts are very important, you know, like the little those. And if you could just share me, I appreciate it. We're in the studio trying to make something a little fun. So for our four colors, is brown, orange, pink, and yellow. Should we go pink or orange next, guys? I am stuck. I kind of have a vision for what I want to do for it, but I kind of don't. And that's the thing I love about making art is you can just kind of show up, spend some time conversing with yourself, with the canvas, the paper, whatever, you know, camera. You know, there's all these tools to create with, and you just got to pick one. All right, guys, so I guess we're just going to pick one. I said pink or orange and grab the yellow. So, guys, this is what, when we make this intuitive art, we just kind of like let things be what they want to be. And it's crazy because as soon as I just picked one, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. You know, art, guys, art is so transformative if you let it. Like, if you just pay attention to the messages your soul is trying to send you, the reminders that it's sneaking in, you'll be amazed what you can create in your life and just in the world around you. Like, I don't know about you guys, but well, you haven't seen it. Okay, so, hey, 4-color challenge just got an upgrade because I forgot to clean up mid last artwork. So my yellow is not just yellow, and I'm not gonna fix it, I don't think yet. We don't know. Alright, guys. No. We are not being inactive. We are being very active, aren't we? Appreciate you guys. Like, I really do these. Guys, these amount of shares are just, from my heart to yours. Thank you for showing up and hanging out in my studio this morning. But yeah, so our 4-color challenge is what we're talking about. So I was trying to add the yellow in, and I don't know, this angle's kind of funky. Do you guys see this, like that little bit of previous color? I might change it, I might not, but we're just making because we can. But doing that, I know what I want to add now. So when you limit your color palette, sometimes it creates more possibilities. You know, you might be stuck for a second. You might be like, oh my god, what do I do now? But I know you guys are not at all gonna be shocked that I'm adding in yet another tree. But, okay, in all fairness, I am a fairy, and I'm in love with trees, okay? So let's be so serious, okay? I can't help it. Like, you wanna go home, it's a tree. Alright, so if we're lost in the woods, what do, guys? We hug a tree. And the reason we hug a tree is because it conserves energy out there.
Are you turning my turn mine up?
They can find us.
I'm turning mine up. Every time I go in a box, it turns down for some reason.
What the hell is going on with my life? What happened? No, stop.
No.
I don't know how to fix it. Seriously, stop. Guys, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm sorry. I think we're back. Hi, guys. Sorry. I'm very, very new to these lives, and I'm sorry. Okay, I do love you. I have no idea what is going on with my screen for that moment, and I'm sorry. But yeah, so we added in some orange, and I know you guys are not surprised that I kind of made it slightly resemble a tree, right? So we are just adding in like layers of light and like building this up, and we'll figure it out. I promise we're gonna get this to work one of these days. I do appreciate the support, guys. If you are doing any of the live challenges this month, I will gladly show up on yours and give you all of the love if you just let me know like what time you are planning to do it. No questions asked. I support those who support me because that's how we build community. I don't need to be famous. I just need to be paid, guys. I want to sit at home and make art and hang out with you. Isn't that what we all want? Right? We just all want to get the excuse to make beautiful things. I really liked the dark, but this pink needs a spot tone. Ooh, not that much. Maybe that much. So, this is like kind of my favorite part about the paint markers is sometimes you'll get a little crazy, and so they'll like bleed, and you'll get like extra, right? Thank you. You're a beautiful human too. Okay, like I need you guys to know that every single one who showed up today, like the love and support. This makes up for 10 years of not knowing I had love and support, you know. And I hate to say it like that. Like I knew I had fans. I knew I had friends. Both are equally important. The support, the cheerleaders, you sometimes run around feeling like Chicken Little and alone when you're chasing these dreams. Sometimes it's because we don't know what the dream is. Sometimes we're just surrounded by a-holes. You know, guys, like, let's be for real. Now, I have been lucky enough to go from being surrounded by a-holes to building a life that is creative and fun and intentional. Very, very intentional. I believe that we can create beautiful moments. We can notice the beautiful moments. And that when we do that, when we pay that attention, the world doesn't have any choice but to respond to us with kindness and love. So if you are showing up right now, show me some kindness and love. Need them hearts. I need it shared. I think this is dry enough. Guys, I got so excited I made my marker bleed. I don't know. But guys, thank you so much for showing up today. All the gifts, lovely. I know it's crazy, but I just wanted you to hang out. Oh, we're getting title gifters for the first time, guys. Guys, you're spoiling me today. Stop it. No, stop. Love it so much. All right, love, love, love. This is not dry enough yet. I'm so glad that we paused for a second. Let me see. Now, I was telling you guys earlier about having the right tools on standby. So, 1 second. I think they're on the other side. They are not. Okay. Couldn't find what I was looking for. But here's your reminder for today. While we're waiting for that to dry. Set your soul on fire. Okay? Light it up, baby. I have matches we write at dawn. Alright, guys, I'm done playing around. I'm trying to find I thought I had paper towels up here, and I bet you my goofy self sent them to come upstairs and left them. So, I guess we'll just use this as an excuse to show you guys the first two that we made today. This one is intentionally at an angle so that it can be held like a diamond. And this one is just like a little lagoon, peaceful space. Maybe somewhere you want to travel to, a way you want to grow. You can always get a cleaver art at acleaver.art. There's a bunch of different ways to interact with me, to create, make things. I definitely do not have my paper towels up here. So we are going to improvise. Oh no. Yeah, or guess it backwards. I need you guys to understand. I do like the tip, but I need you guys to understand. Part of showing up like this unrefined, slightly chaotic, just effing real human. Like, let's be real. I'm not perfect. I have no idea what I'm doing 90% of the time in real life and in this process. But we're sitting here and we're learning things together and we're sharing time. And if you were sitting right there, this is the view that you would see. Like, this is what it looks like. And that's why I love these. When I invite you in to create with me, I really do. I want you to be sitting right here. So if it's digital or an in-person event, even if it is not person, even if it's not perfect, especially if it's not perfect, you are getting Allie of A Cleaver Art. You're like, guys, I'm a person. Okay, human being. I'm being obnoxious right now. Actually, no, I'm being playful because I want to make a point, guys. None of us are perfect. None of us are going to do these things exactly. And the whole point of joining along in this challenge was just to see if I could show up regularly to do these kind of things. And if it would make a difference at all. Because, my art impacts me, but you guys need to know about it for it to impact you, right? I gotta share that story. So, if you like any of the art, this one right behind me, that's Power Me. She's 30 by 40, which means when I put my arm like this, you see that? Yeah, I'm a few feet in front of it. But when I go back there, she's actually my size. I freaking love it. Every time I look at that painting, I'm like, ooh, get it, girl. And, a lot of what I do is about empowerment and awareness. And if I showed up looking perfect in an absolutely staged area where the glasses didn't like catch the light, you'd be like, is she real? AL, not AI. Okay? Don't get it twisted. um, Thank you guys so much for joining. I really do. I love seeing you guys show up. I think, let me see. She's trying up the show. All right. But yeah, so it's gonna be a moon. I don't know if you guys saw it. She did try to shift. Guys, I got super crazy excited with that thing, didn't I? Now here's the thing: if you catch your paints trying to run, and I learned this when I started getting into it, so you can kind of shape it where you need it to go, just by moving the canvas a little bit. That may or may not be a life lesson. Just depends on how you take it. So guys, I love getting to share a Cleaver art with you. Just making things. I want to encourage you guys to make things, which is why I'm like, hey, come hang out at the collective. Hey, um, come explore this thing with me. That's what they're all about. It's about fun. All right, so now I think I'm gonna go back to chill again. Just add to it. Here's the thing: we haven't changed the colors that we're using. We have changed where we've used them. We've changed how much and how intensely we've used them. Um, some of them we haven't even changed where they're located, but we've just given them a little bit more space and form, you know. Alright, my yellow is starting to pick up too much pink. We don't want that. We don't want that. We do want a little bit of pink in this line because, oh my, yep, and then right here. And here. And so when we let these colors merge and get together, they start to become multiple different expressions. Like I said, we never changed the colors that we were using. We just changed what they blended with and how intensely we were using them. Sorry guys, I had to fix the yellow. We can't have that happen again. All right. So I'm going to show you where we've got it. I don't think this one is quite done, but we are going to move on to another piece because we want to make more than one. We want to make as many beautiful moments as we can. Guys, my heart is so happy right now. 4K, you guys are amazing. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Like that, you guys are just showing off. Like, I don't deserve you. I love that I have you. I don't deserve you. Best fans ever. But, alright. This is what we're looking at for this guy. We've got a bright pink moon, the yellows, we got the tree. I am gonna, when it dries, go back and give the yellow around the moon more of a swirl. That is, if you guys know me, that's me. I always have the glow. The glow, baby. I think we should always have the glow, and we should encourage other people to glow and light up. And we do that by sharing stories with each other. We do that by spending a little bit of time. I've always been a time person. It's definitely my love language. I give love with words of affirmation. So, but I receive love through quality time. So right now, you guys are just reminding me why I create. And really, the reason I create is for those who can't. You know, Free for All Friday is one of those secret messages that show up a lot in my artwork, okay? If you pay attention to the project titles or the hashtags that I use for a lot of the things that I make, they're usually double meanings. So Free for All Friday is just express yourself, create, share whatever. It's something that we do over in Adrian's Collective. Pretty regularly, I try to just encourage random shares, and it's part of the free things in the community. And I really will never do anything else with my Fridays. It's actually my non-business hour days, and it's just a free creative day that normally I don't share with people. So um, we had some time and some goals today. One of our goals for this month is to get the fan club built up to hit a certain number of likes and shares, just to interact more. So if you guys are joining along, we will be here for about another half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. See if we can't get at least 2 more of these done. But I'm just here to tell you to create. Okay, I believe that art changes the world, and I'm just sharing that with everybody. So if you want to work with me, if you want one of my creations, check out that link. Okay, guys. All the socials are a clear art and question text. Okay. All right, guys. We are down to the last 3. All right. So these were not leftovers, but these were part of a bigger project that didn't work out correctly, and we do not like to waste canvas around here. Okay. I've gone from buying dollar store canvases when I can to buying canvases that are $200-300 just to start creating on. And it's not about like, ooh, the upgrade. It's about the fact that these you grow and you change. And these canvas panels were a great idea at one point. They're great for something like this. Oh my god. Well, you had to come back to me. I don't think you should have got hit by a truck to do it, but thank you. Wow, babe. I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry, guys. So thank you for joining. I see we got a couple more people showing up. I need somebody to pick one. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. We're gonna be the last one for today. 1, 2, or 3. Which one was 2? I shuffled them. No, this one was 3. Alright, guys. Thank you for picking that out. So, part of how I've set up the fan club for the August plans, just real talk, is that depending on like what level of fan you are, you are so cute. You're number 2 because you're the but I set it up so that when we do these kind of lives, you'll get priority for picking the color palette, suggesting the theme, potentially suggesting like the next live. So for this one, I think I'm going to let one person, it cannot be Adam, one person is going to pick a color, anyone, and I'm going to pick 3 completely at random. So anybody else wants to pick a color? Let's see what we got. We got 1. Oh, is this black or silver? This is black. Ooh. Okay. These 2 fell out. We're putting them back in there. Let's see. This is gonna be a dark one, it looks like. Let's see. I got some bubbles. Colors popping up over there. I see a bunch of greens, oranges, some blue. Anybody can toss out a color. This is a dark one. Astrophysics. Hi, not your grandpa. BC, guys, you guys are just showing up in force. Thank you so much. Anybody who just showed up, I need one more color. Hi, Eric. Guys, I need come back at noon. If you're coming back, we are doing at the table at noon. Thank you for joining me today. Like, honestly, I cannot wait to catch up with you. But so we're going live again at noon for the at the table. That's for the completed artworks. We'll just sit and talk. It's a half hour. I am doing that every day for the month of July, just to share some art stories, get some practice in. It's gonna be crazy. It's been fun. We're learning a lot about things, but I need one more color. One more, guys. Just pick up any random color. I don't care what it is. The other one's been kind of dark. Anybody want to toss a color? Chartreuse. I do not have a chartreuse, a true chartreuse. I do have a couple of options though. All right. So we are gonna do aqua green instead of chartreuse. Now aqua green is a color that I call this ocean blue. There's like 2 shades if you add some white to it. Thank you so much, Violet. I was actually thinking purple because I knew you were popping up soon. But so for this one, chartreuse is one of those colors that has a personal story, and we go back and forth, and it's me arguing with somebody about what it is, and it's actually a green. A lot of people don't know that it's a very beautiful green, but the sky cannot be chartreuse. I've never seen the sky that way. I've seen the leaves as I sit on the porch and watch the wind blow. I've seen one leaf decide to hit the light perfectly and become chartreuse. And I love it. We just did, yes, we did. This was our green painting for today. If you're just now joining, you are in my studio. I am Allie at A Cleaver Art. We have been making little mini canvases this morning. So this is an unfinished project. Didn't go how I wanted it to, and we're transforming it into something new. So we're starting with this. And then we have these 4 colors. Now these are very dark compared to the ones that we've had today. We actually have black, which we have not had yet. We have English. This one's it's very deep. It's more of like an olive, if you ask me. Navy blue. So we have black, dark green, and navy blue. And then this is the closest we could get to chartreuse, is our aqua green. So love that you helped me pick out the colors. Thank you. That's part of how we're going to be doing the fan club in August if we keep this going. So we have goals to make sure we hit that number, and we'll see what happens. If you're joining along, I'm going to say black for last. So a lot of people feel like black, I don't know, I think because it's darkness, they see it as, I think they see it as darkness. And so unfortunately, they're missing out on one of the most beautiful parts about it. And that's the fact that black helps us see the form. It helps us see the lines. Our eyes are naturally trained to say, hey, that's where that thing starts or stops. But did you guys know black is actually all the colors? It's not like, oh, they disappeared. And I think it's because it encompasses so much that maybe it overwhelms some people. Also, as lights, we have to figure out how brightly we can shine. So we have our own little battles with the dark over time. But the lost in the wood hug a tree, guys. The lost in the woods hug a tree. Mother Nature is always going to be good, even when she's destroying stuff. But we hug trees because it conserves energy. I don't know who is out there feeling like they need to be rescued. Must not have a pencil. You need your magical wand. But if you're out there feeling like you need rescued, maybe you just need to calm down for a second. Maybe you need to assess your environment. Now, you might actually need rescue. That is a true story too. You don't know unless you sit down, you breathe, and you figure out where your center is. We move from our center. So if our center is chaotic and unpeaceful, we need to sit down somewhere and hug a freaking tree. Okay? We need to get ourselves together. And ironically, the artwork this morning has been very trees. So I'm really not sure what I want to do with this so far. I've taken a moment and I've just kind of framed it, see what's working there. Look at it under the light. I can see a few more variations. Guys, there's of course a heart in this one. I know we're surprised. We better not be. So the reason hearts are part of my symbolism. When I was younger, very young, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with my life. I was just dreaming up if I wanted to create. I went by unrequited love, which is a horrible thing to claim. Okay, let's be real. Claim the things that you want. Use your powers for good. But I went by unrequited love because I had this big passion love that I wanted to share. I was 15 or 16. And it wasn't being shared. It wasn't, out in the world and being reciprocated like I wanted it to be. And guys, that's horrible. That's horrible. That's how you're feeling like chicken little. That's how you let your nervous system burn out. That's how you forget who you are. Is you claim things that aren't yours. So we're not doing that anymore. We're showing up, we're spending time, we're making things, and loving on ourselves. And right now, part of loving on ourselves is putting a whole bunch of little blue dots on a canvas. Because why not? Why not? Alright. So I did go a little over the top with this blue. if you are here right now, please share, guys. We're just trying to get the word out about A Cleaver Art, making some fun stuff on Free for All Fridays. But we've gone from blank to, of course, there's a heart, big heart in the sky. Now, I have all of these super dark colors. Oh, love you. Thank you for being the bright color in this. So Violet actually was the one to recommend the brighter color that shaped the heart. I am not surprised. That's what happens when you support each other with your friends. You don't have a friend, guys. Go learn how to be a friend to yourself, okay? You need to love yourself correctly. I don't know if you need to hear that right now, but we need to be loving ourselves correctly. I think that that's part of why the hearts and the growth keep showing up in my artwork so much lately is I have been focusing on the self-care and on the what I intentionally want in my life. I have been adding light. So we have black, navy blue, and like olive green. And I think we're just gonna add dots. Like I feel like this heart looks like a kite flying in the sky. Maybe could be like a cloud over the moon type thing. But when we pulled black, navy blue, and olive green, I was like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add some effing darkness. So I did say that I would save the black for last because it's very important to me that you guys realize that it does define lines and add form. Speaking of adding form, if you are joining in, please, comment, share, touch base. I will be going around later and checking in on people. All right, so again, this is where we're starting from. Now, so this had some of these silver dots already, and I am gonna just go in, especially where the blue. I'm sorry, chartreuse we just added a little bit, and added a little bit of green because I think I kind of did overdo the blue. As you tell, I'm literally just dotting little tiny dots. So, thank you for joining. Hi guys, how are you doing today? We have hit almost all of our life goals today. We're so close. I just need a couple more. I hate to ask, but I'll give you mine if you give me yours. We're just building up some fun. We're creating today because we can. But yeah, so I'm literally just tapping in some dots where the silver, I think, had originally been clouds at one point. What's really fun about this is I'm just going to kind of split the canvas and like go diagonally. With the colors. It's not going to be full form, it's going to fade. Guys, we're just tapping in. Look, we're tapping in. And that's the joy of this. Okay, so the top part is definitely going to be a little darker. I'm good with this. I'm actually really good with this. Alright. A whole bunch of dots. Kind of like leopard print. But you see how it changes so much in the light. That's what I love about it. When you sit down and create without expecting perfection, kind of I have no choice but to enjoy the possibilities. So possibilities are really endless if we steadily work towards them. So guys, like I said, I'm just splitting the canvas with the dots to about halfway. And we've got the green up top, dark olive green, and we've got navy blue coming in down here. Guys, literally just a million tiny little dots, just doing things over and over and over again. Look at how much different that looks already. Just that little tiny row. All I did was tap, tap, tap. You gotta tap in. You gotta pay attention. Thank you for joining. I'm trying to do both. Tapping in, paying attention, doing all the things, the responsible adult things of like being alive and creating. I'm gonna have some of these overlap. I think wherever particles line up is never actually just one spot. So we've added in this color. Guys, I'm always gonna tell you to add your colors. That's my thing. You know what I'm talking about? Those lines of a lifetime. Okay? Something about it. But all we've done to this little guy is we've added a bunch of dots so far. So we've had one where we just added stripes. We've had one where we just added the same color. Doing all sorts of fun, creative things today. We have one we even made purposely shaped weird. Because here's the thing, guys. Art's an expression of ourselves. It's what we wear, what we eat, how we, show up. All of that is art. All of it. And the art that I am going to finish us with today is just a heart song. So right now I'm going through with this. Oh, weapon. Hey guys. That reminds me. I want to show you guys something. Alright, so. And no, not my butt. I'm going to talk to you guys about weapons. I know, it's so silly, right? So I'm sitting here the other day. Let's see, the paintbrush. I don't know where my pencil ran off to, but I'm sitting here the other day, right? And I'm thinking about like these creative invitations and how it really is like pick your weapon. How are you going to attack this canvas? Are you showing up ready for war? And here's the thing, creatives. It can be a fight, or it can be here's something to write on, here's something to write with. We put them together and we write. Or here is a paintbrush. Here is something to paint on. We put them together and we paint. And that sounds like I'm simplifying it. I have all these things lined up. All of these choices. What do I want to make? What do I want to create? What do I want to share and express with the world? I chose my weapon. Today it was pasta markers. That's the point, guys. Is you get to pick, okay? And I appreciate you picking to spend some time with me this morning. We are literally just taking and adding dots to a canvas right now to prove the point that it doesn't always have to be hard. It really doesn't. Like, we we can make it as easy or as difficult as we want. And sometimes, we have the tools, but they're not in the right spot. Like, I had my paper towels downstairs earlier, so not helpful. Um, okay, so we've got this on here. As long as we're using the tools, guys, you got it. Okay. Thank you for showing up today. I really, really appreciate it, guys. Alright, so far we have our aqua, our olive, and our navy added to our blue canvas. Okay. We just added in a heart, so I think for me it kind of sits this way. I don't know. We'll play around with it. That's the fun about artwork. It can kind of be whatever. This one's still kind of very open, and I love like how it looks like layered and the problem is you still have to add the black. Okay, so a lot of people, and I don't know why, but a lot of people go back and forth on the black. Like you're adding darkness. Okay, whatever. We're giving our image some form. All your fine liners, those are going to be black. They're going to be thin. That edge helps our line see where to go. Now, this artwork, I'm not sure if I want to do dots. I think I want to swirl some black throughout here. Like completely add form that's not part of the image already. That's what we're going to do. We're going to just make random little spirals that connects through here. You see that? See how that changes so completely, like the depth of before? Like literally just adding a couple of lines totally changed what we were creating. Um, and now I want to go through and add some dots in. So I do think that it, along this bottom edge, that obviously curls up into the top edge. But I think we should define the part. We should make it intentionally stand out. So let's end up going all the way around and adding in there. I don't know. This is what we've gotten so far. And honestly, like I really like it. Um, I do. I really like it. So that's I'm gonna leave it for right now. And that's the fun about being a creator is you get to be the one to make the decisions. You get to add the form. You get to add the light. You get to add your colors. You get to change it up. Oh, we get to get ready for our next live. Is what we get to do. I am amazed that we were able to get this many done this morning. Especially considering like all the confusion with the settings and stuff. So everybody who joined today, I I can't believe we just were live for 2 hours. I really appreciate everybody who showed up. Like, you guys showing up means so much, but also it was just fun to hang out in the studio with you. So let's see. This is number 1. I haven't named these guys yet, but they will be. They will be. Right. Number 2 for the day was the greens, and then this pink is still refusing to dry all the way. Look how pretty, like the golds and the browns. I love it. And then we finished with this. So I'm pretty sure there's trees in every single one of these today. I'm not surprised because I like to add a little bit of nature. But I appreciate you guys sharing up today. I appreciate all the likes and shares. I'm going to take a tiny time out. I was originally going to go to 11:30, but since we're back at noon, go get some water, walk around the yard, all those things. So I thank you guys for joining. If you missed it, you can come back later. But also, A Cleaver Arts on all the socials. It's one word, ACLEAVERART. It's been me for years. So it'll continue to be me. I'm so grateful for all of you beauties for being with me today. I do love you, and I appreciate it so much. I will see you actually very, very soon.